summer I'm going to be doing DIY. So every second week you will see a DIY from me. Hey guys, it's Kim, and I'm going to show you guys how to do the simple, quick, easy DIY using tie-dye with just a mason jar. So if you want to figure out how to make this t-shirt or this pillowcase, please stay tuned. So you need a t-shirt or some fabric, multiple colors of tie-dye, and a mason jar. First you're going to want to do is get your piece of fabric wet, and then start by pouring some dye at the bottom of your mason jar, and then take your wet fabric and start twisting it and putting it in the jar. You want to make sure you push it all the way down to the bottom because you need your jar to be completely full. As you're pushing your fabric into the jar, start by placing dye in your jar every now and then. I alternated colors, so I started off with pink and then I went to blue and vice versa. Once I finished putting my t-shirt in the mason jar, I just added some extra dye on the top. And since I didn't fill the jar the whole way, I also used a white pillowcase and just repeated the same process that I did with the t-shirt. So twist the fabric, shove it in, and add dye every now and then. Once your jar is completely full with fabric, I just added an extra bit of dye down around the sides. Then follow the directions on your dye. Mine called for boiling hot water and salt, so I mixed it together in a measuring cup and pour the water into the very top of the mason jar. Then you want to cover up your mason jar and leave it for at least 3 hours. Once your dye is completely done, you're going to want to take the top off your mason jar, pour the extra water out, and then take your fabric out. If you take your fabric out and it's not to your right color, if it's too white for your liking, then you can just repeat the same process that we did earlier with the dye. Once you take your fabric out of the dye, you want to rinse it in cold water, just to get any of the extra dye colors out. Once you rinse it out, you want to wring it out and then leave your fabric on the line or leave it out to dry. Mine took about 2 hours to completely dry. So if you guys like DIYs, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and comment any other future DIYs or any future video suggestions for me down below. And I guess I'll see you guys next week. Bye. The YouTube twin quiz. So basically it's just